Hey, let's see if we get anyone. Anybody out there? See which of my friends are like me, don't have much on a Saturday night, are not out partying, are not out down the pub. I wonder if we'll get anyone. Oh, two people. Two people. Hello, two people. Hello, Owen. How are you? I don't think we've chatted. Have we chatted, Owen? I'm not sure we have. Hi, Chris. How are you? How's things up north? Thought I'd do a surprise live feed. The house is empty. It's just me. So I thought I would come on and say hi to people. See what they're up to. Good. We haven't. I came on to another live stream a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what? I do think I remember you coming to say hi, actually. Yeah, I do. Well, I'm glad you came back and said hi, Owen. Thank you. Hello, Brett. How are you? Glad to see you are back with your van. I was a little bit worried when we hadn't heard anything from you. Oh, where's my messages gone? Quite nice up here. Been sunny and warm today. Yeah, the weather's been doing something weird, hasn't it? It's been like we suddenly got nearly minus in the mornings. It was like 1 to 4 degrees when I was doing the school runs, and then by lunchtime I was like, should have put my shorts on. So what I wore in the morning was not what I needed to be wearing in the afternoon. It was a bit scary out there. Yeah, I was. Are you going to tell me what happened? Did you found somewhere to stay, surely, because there's no way they got all that work done in, in one day. I mean, I reckon your van must have been in the garage for a while. Please tell me someone nice put you up. Or you found somewhere to stay. So who have we got? We've got 4 people. I'm talking to 3. So Owen, where are you from? Are you UK based or are you somewhere else? Four days. It took them 4 days. Okay, so where were you for 4 days, Brett? UK based. Cool. What did Chris just say? Local paper is getting historic about the horrific winter. Yeah, they always do, don't they? It's always going to be the worst winter ever, and then it never is. No, they always say, they were scaremongering. It's like, the worst snow for however many decades, and then it turns out that it's just your average snow or no snow at all. I've given up worrying about it. I like a bit of snow. It's good fun. Makes a nice change. Mainly because I don't have to go anywhere. As long as I've got food in the house, I'm quite happy. We have had a week of snow where I couldn't really get out of the village. I mean, the main road got cleared, but we couldn't get the car off the drive and into the cul-de-sac. So, yeah, it just stayed there. Urban exploring. Okay. Yeah, I was. You know what I said? I'm going to be behind the camera more. And I am going to be behind the camera more. I am. I am. But then I realised I couldn't do live feeds. So I figured if I wanted to do a live feed, I needed to be in front of the camera. Because you can't see the comments. So I was going to go for a walk and do a live feed while walking. But then I thought, well, I can't see the camera. I can't see the comments. So, yeah, I'm doing a live feed. We've got 6 people now. Okay, Brett, am I thinking that you were camping or something? Well, at least you're safe and at least you got your van back. That's the main thing. And that was one hefty bill. I thought my bill of nearly 400 was bad enough for my car, but what you just had to pay on yours. But, it's your home and it's your transport. So I guess you can't put a price on that, really, can you? Not really. Not really. So what's everyone up to this weekend? I have literally spent most of today in a cupboard. It was stressful. Yeah, I bet it was. It's a shame you're so far away because you really could have just stayed in my caravan. It's all clear now. There's no junk in it. But you have to be like on the other side of the world. Well, not on the world, you know, of the country. Well, not even that far away, but you know, it's like I'm here and you're here. Who we got? Someone's just come and said hello to me. Osh gosh, it's Josh. Now I've only just signed up to you. Am I thinking you're American? Am I thinking you're American? Oh, Trev, hello. I didn't see you there. How are you? I'm going out clubbing. I'm so tired though. I have not been clubbing in years, Owen. I mean, absolute years. In fact, the problem is I can't dance. So that's my problem. Yeah. Lee was like, do you want to come to the cinema with us? And they've gone to see Predator. I was like, no, not really. And I would be in my PJs, except for the fact that I've got to go and pick Brendan up. He's at a birthday party. He's at a 17th birthday party for one of his friends. So I've just dropped him off at her house. And I'll be picking him up probably about midnight. So I've got to stay in my clothes. I can't get in my PJs, which is really odd for me because the minute I finish work, or like the minute I don't have to go anywhere, I'm in my PJs. In fact, I spent most of the day in my PJs clearing out this cupboard I was sorting out today. I don't approve of clothes in general. I just like PJs. It's just a pond, easy to cross. Yeah, they do say it's a pond. It's a pretty big pond. And the last time I crossed it, I had a panic attack in an aeroplane. So, yeah, I do need to fly sometime, and I will. I need passport first. Good Genesis album. I can't dance. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I like some of Genesis. Some of it is all right. I used to listen to Genesis in my dad's car when I was growing up. Fleetwood Mac, Genesis, some American rock album. Yeah, things like that. That reminds me of driving in my dad's car. Van Life Cornwall. Hello, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Oh, you're back in Cornwall now. That's good to see. It's nice down there. Now I feel old. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel old. Oh, no, but it was. I mean, I was a teenager, if that helps. I was a teenager at the time, if that makes you feel less old. I wasn't like 4 or something. My dad obviously had young tastes as well. Glitter Sunflower. Hello, how are you? Colton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's me dancing. Yeah, I can do that dance. Brett, that is me. I cannot. The thing is, I look around me at what everyone else is doing and then I try and copy their moves because I think, right, they've got rhythm and their moves are okay. And then the dance changes or the beat changes or they change their move and I'm like, well, I'm screwed now. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Back in sunny Cornwall after a... Wow, where were you staying? 1,100 miles. So I'm trying to think from Cornwall. 1,100. That's up north somewhere. England is only, or the UK is only, now I know this, 2,000 and something miles tall from John O'Groats to Lizard Point. Is that right? It's 2,000 something miles. Can't dance that much, even though I'm on a performing arts course. It takes a lot of practice for me to get choreography. Do you know what? I loved learning dance moves though. I used to like record my favourite bands off the TV and their dance moves, and then I'd like reverse it, like rewind it, play it, rewind it, play it, and just practice and practice and practice with my friends in my living room. We had a big living room, thankfully. But you know what? I was never any good at it. And that actually my friend said they were going to write on my gravestone when I pop my clogs, jump, jump, wiggle, wiggle, because that was like part of my dancing. Jump, jump, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, a bit crazy. Tip to 8. Great Britain is 874 miles tip to tip by road. Really? Yeah, you're right. No, it's not. No, I'm sure it's more than that, Chris. Or was it 1,000 something? Maybe it was 800 and something. It's 200. No, actually, you're probably right. Did you Google that? Yeah, I don't know where I got 2,000 from. Because it's 200 and something miles side to side. from its widest point. The British Isles covers more space than that, but the main island isn't that big. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Sorry, my bad. I'm thinking 200 and something from side to side, from the widest point. I did Google it. Old fashioned with dances. It's because I watch a lot of older artists. Kylie, Cher, Celine Dion, Whitney. Did Whitney actually dance? Mariah. According to Google, yeah, you did Google it. That's what I did when I wanted to know. Teeny little country with a lot of people in it. We do. We do. And I kind of live in one of the busiest spots, kind of between London and Oxford. So, yeah, near the capital and near one of the major cities as well. Yeah, but I'm quite lucky because where I am is a lot of green space, although we are the commuter belt for London. So everyone from London, which is why it costs so much here, so everyone from London sells up in London and then they move to where I am because they can get to work within an hour or hour and a half depending on the traffic. One of the least visited spots. Nobody comes here. Where are you now? You're not Hull, are you? You've moved. You're north of Hull, are you not? You don't have to tell me the exact place on here. You can give me a rough idea. I'm chatting to somebody from Hull now, Chris, who's one of the people who I subscribe to. If he comes on here, Dave. It's one man and his whippet, and hearing that Hull accent again just takes me back. East of Hull in the country. Yeah, it's flat where my brother is. My brother's out Cambridge way, and that's all very flat as well. You still work in Hull? Okay. I'm Moho. Moho? Oh, motorhome. Not mojito. It's in the workshop too. Been in twice this month and still there with a mysterious engine problem. Oh, does that mean you're off the road then? I love your motorhome, Trev. I think it's lovely. You don't see many that are like got the black front to them. It kind of looks like is it an actual motorhome or is it a modified van? I just haven't seen one like yours. I just wanted to change the sign around. Is it back to front? I bet it is, isn't it? It is probably back to front. It looks back to front in my picture, but when I take a picture and I put a picture up on social media, it goes the other way around, if that makes sense. It does say please subscribe. Yeah, it's not really back to front. Yeah, my camera is reversed. I don't know why that is. It's because I'm using the selfie camera and for some reason it reverses everything. And I don't know if you can change that in the settings or not. I don't know. So this isn't really me. This is the back to front version of me. I probably look completely different. It's the me that I see because I see myself like, you know, does a mirror make it? Yeah, mirror makes it back to front. So this is the me I see all the time, but it's not the me everyone else sees. I probably look different. I haven't got 500 subs yet. No, there will be a setting to change it. Oh, is there? Okay, I'll have a look for that. Technically a coach built motorhome, a van with a box and bike. Yeah, I was going to say it didn't look like your standard camper. No, I haven't got to 500 subs yet. I have been prattling about at 423 to 426 subs for the last couple of weeks. Literally a couple, then a couple go, then a couple come back, and then a couple go. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I changed my format. I don't know what it is. I'm watching a lot more channels. I'm being more interactive. I'm chatting on more channels. I'm finding new channels to watch and commenting. Yeah, mission to get to 500. I do want to get to 1,000, and I do want to monetize at some point. That would be nice to have a little passive income from it. Not a lot. I'm not expecting a lot of money. Just, you know, a little bit dribbling in now and then would be nice. I've got half the hours needed already. So technically speaking, if I get 500 subs, another 500 subs, then I should get the other half of my watch time. I don't know. But then having said that, I was catching up on some of Jeannie's videos, outdoor adventures and travel. Now she's reached her 1,000 subscribers, but she said she's only got something like 500 hours of watch time, which doesn't seem very much to me. Whereas I've got something like 100 and something thousand. I can't remember what it is. Is it 4,000? I'm halfway there. Is it 120 something thousand minutes, I think is what I've got, which worked out at something like 2,000 hours or something. I can't remember. Anyway, I worked out I was halfway there. Does it speed up after 500? Because people do seem to get to 500 and then all of a sudden they hit 1,000. I'm like, how has that happened? Okay, Owen, have a great time. Enjoy your dancing and your clubbing. Have a drink for me. Vodka and something would be nice. Have a vodka for me. I have the watch time, just need 900 more subs. Well, that's different, to have the watch time but not the subs. I thought I had the watch time and then realised it was in minutes. So what do you think? Do you think live feeds build up the time? 220k watch minutes you need. Okay, so yeah, I'm at 110 minutes. 110k watch minutes is what I've currently got in my stats. And I'm nearly halfway there. So I know I'm roughly halfway there with both. How many hours you have to watch? Okay, so Van Life Cornwall, I have the YouTube Studio app on my phone, and it gives you all your analytics on there as well. And I use that a lot. I use that to put my thumbnails and stuff up on my videos. But you know, I sit and play with my necklace, and I broke it the other day, the one that's got the hearts on it. And I just keep going like this, and there's nothing there to play with. My friend hit 1,000 after a year, then within a month is almost at 2,000. Yeah, I don't know about my content. I've changed my formats, and it's harder to film when you're not able to talk to the camera as much. I don't know if I've done the right thing. I just wanted to get smarter. I just had some issues and felt if I took myself away from it, it would solve some of the problems. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know. We'll see. Or I just need to be smarter in general, maybe. And just, I don't know. I'll see how it goes. If I can get past the 500 and it speeds up, that would be great. If it doesn't, then I might have to think about coming back to the old format. It is harder to film, actually, because you have to think about what people are looking at. Because you don't want them to just, you know, when you're talking to somebody, you're like looking at their face. It doesn't matter what else is going on. You know, you're getting interaction from their face and gestures and everything else. But when you're behind a camera talking, it's a bit tricky. I'm not finding it as easy to have a conversation because I need something for you guys to look at. I'm not sure what to do. I need to find some interesting visual for you that's not going to make you turn off halfway through so I can have a chat to you. Or maybe I just need to go back to the old format. I don't know. I'm going to stop waffling. So tomorrow, Lee and I are going down to the village social club, and we are going to see his friend play in a band. Somebody he works with, apparently, is playing in our social club. So yeah, we're going to go and have a little drink and a bit of music. And that'd be quite nice, I think. We don't go out very often. We're not drinkers, you see, so when everyone else is out boozing and what have you, we don't. In fact, we were really bad. It was a friend's 40th. I hadn't actually said if we were going or not, and I feel really bad and I must message her. But it was a friend's 40th and we'd been invited, and it was a late kind of invite. She was like, I know this is short notice, but can you come, kind of thing. And I mentioned it to Lee and we're like, yeah, it'd be nice to go. It's only like in the restaurant a couple of doors up from us. It's like, yeah, we'll go to that. And Anyway, last night we were laying in bed and there was this like singing of happy birthday and really loud and loads of people, and I was like, someone's having a party. It's either at the village hall or it's at the restaurant. And he was like, wasn't it Joe's birthday? I was like, oh, that's what, yeah. He goes, when's Joe's birthday party? I was, oh, tonight, I think. So I need to apologise to her for forgetting her birthday party. Oh, we've got 10 people now. Who's here? So we've got Van Life Cornwall, we've got Brett, we've got Josh, Owen's gone now, Glitter Sunflower, Chris, Trev. How many is that? Oh, 11 people. Come on, people, come say hi to me. I've got a really itchy nose. Every time I get on live stream, I get an itchy nose. Or maybe I'm just more conscious of it. It doesn't seem to itch any other time. Oh, where's my tea? Oh, I got my Pooh Bear cup. Pooh Bear. I've really done my back in today. I literally spent the whole day, or the whole, well, no, to be fair, I didn't get up till 10:30. So from about 11 o'clock until about 2 o'clock, maybe even later, in my understairs cupboard, pulling everything out, dismantling a storage heater, which has been in there since before we moved in, which we decided was going to go to the tip. Clearing out the rubbish. Then I had to bleach the walls because it was just disgusting. And I had to bleach. I had to bleach everything. It was disgusting. Oh, who's just popped up? Who's just popped up? Hi Chuck, please give us a shout out. Our subs have slowed down. Absolutely. I'm thinking of doing another shout out video. And you guys will definitely be on it. Anyone on here who's currently, I think everyone on here is actually following you. Camper Van Tales, you've got to go check them out. Because they're awesome. Do you know what, Daryl? I absolutely loved your competition, what have you, with your Hey Google. That was hilarious. It's just like me trying to talk to Alexa, who's not even acknowledged that I've just said her name. She's a nightmare. Is it in minutes you need or in watch hours? It's 4,000 watch hours you need and 1,000 subscribers to monetize. So in minutes, it's 200. What did Brett just say? 220,000 minutes, and I'm halfway there. Blinking Google. I know. Google and Alexa. Oh, look, she's acknowledged me there. Look, she's glowing. She won't turn the lights off now. I have to get Lee to ask her because she ignores me. She lights up as if she's heard me. And she even says, okay. And then she won't turn my lights off for me. But Lee asks her to do it and she does it. I think she's got a thing for Lee. She's a bit of a floozy. Oh. Yeah, so I was saying about my back. So I've got absolute horrible back cramps now because I spent my time bent over, scrubbing floors, bleaching, lifting. So I'm feeling very sorry for myself. Had a nice hot bath and took some ibuprofen. But yeah, I think I'm going to regret doing that job. I don't regret it, to be fair, because I'm in this like get stuff gone, declutter, get it sorted type mood. That's kind of where I'm at. Little bit and often. So I'm going through all my like problem areas and getting rid of things that do not serve as a purpose anymore. You have been getting some aches. I have been getting aches and pains lately. I have. That's because I'm always doing stuff. And I'm not very good at looking after myself. And I forget that I'm 41 and not 4. So last year I did this shoulder in really, really badly. And I ignore it. That's the other thing. I ignore it when I hurt myself. And I just carry on like nothing's happening. And then I went to the osteopath when it got so bad. And it took 6 months of weekly treatment to undo all the damage I'd done to about 3 different muscles on my shoulder. And do you want to know how I did it? I did it because I went on the slip and slide on the green, village green, with the kids. So all the other adults were watching. They'd got a hose pipe on some plastic builder's sheeting, like plastic sheeting. Um, and yeah, I decided it would be fun to. Oh, and they squirt washing up liquid. They run over to the pub, buy washing up liquid, and squirt washing up liquid all over it, and then hose it and make loads of bubbles. And all the other adults are stood there with their drinks, and you know the kids are going up and down the slip and slide. And what do? I think I'm 4, not 40, and off I go down the slip and slide. But I landed funny on my arm, and it wasn't the same. So it took 6 months of treatment to get that fixed. And then I had that rib thing, didn't I? That I had to go and see the osteo about. I felt like I'd got really bad chest pains, but turns out it was 2 ribs out at the back. Yeah. I think my problem is I'm forgetting that I'm getting older. And I still do things. Half the problem is that I hang out with kids all the time. So I forget that I'm not a kid. It would be fine if my body was still able to deal with things that the kids do. Those 9 ladies will get me right. They will. I'm just going to go and lay on them. Just going to go and kind of lean against them and, yeah, they can heal me. Cute teacup. It's cute, isn't it? That was at the back of my cupboard. I'd lost it. Well, I hadn't lost it. It's just, it was at the back of my cupboard and I hadn't seen it for ages. And I had a bit of a sort out and pulled it forwards. It's my Pooh Bear cup. Can't remember where I got it from. Epsom salts. Does that really work? I had a Radox bath. And I just went for the hot water, to be honest. Still 16 in my head. This is the thing, you just don't grow up, do you? I keep waiting to be a proper adult, and I keep thinking at some point I'm going to be a real grown-up. I'm going to feel like a real grown-up, and I'm going to be able to deal with things like a real grown-up. And then, first tricky thing that happens, or first bit of drama in my life, and I go straight to my mum. Because she's a proper grown-up. But she says to me she doesn't feel like a proper grown-up. Are you off, Brett? Give you and Cam Fantails a shout on the next video. Thank you, buddy. You're awesome, and I'm really glad you're, you know, you're back on your wheels again, and you know, got a nice warm roof over your head. Thanks for popping in. No, don't grow up. No, that's what I tell Brendan. Well, I don't need to tell him really. I don't think he's ever going to grow up. I really don't think he's ever going to grow up. My kids won't, they will they? Because they hang around with me too much. I'm going to go back to my tea. Oh. Oh, it's the first cup of tea I've not let go cold today. I had to reheat the others. Oh, so yes, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, Lee has gone to the cinema with Kenzie. Brendan is at a birthday party for his friend's 17th. And I'm home alone. So, thought I'd come and talk to people. See who's online. Come and chat to me. I'm reading a book at the moment. I can't decide if I like it or not. Oh, let me show you what I'm reading. I'm one of these really bad people that actually folds down the corners of the page so I don't lose where I am. And I know some people hate that. Well, let me get the sticker off. And then you'll be able to see the book properly. Oh dear, okay, that's ripped. You know what? These stickers never rip when I peel them off. Because I'm trying to do it while I'm talking to you, it has ripped over the cover of my book. Damn it. Okay, so those of you that watch me or, you know, watch my videos a lot will know that I read quite a lot. I'm just going to have to leave the sticker on, it's not coming off. So this book I picked up not that long ago. When She Woke. So I'm going to read that to you because I realise now it's back to front. Yeah, When She Woke. And I can't decide if I like it or not. It does have a religious twist, and I'm not a religious person. But for the purpose of the story, I think it's okay. I'm quite far through it, so I don't want to give up. I'm that far through it. And basically, these people are turned into... When you commit a crime, and you're sentenced, your skin is dyed a certain colour. So you're injected with something that dyes your skin a certain colour to represent whatever crime you've committed. So she has been dyed red for 16 years, and they have to have these top-up injections and what have you. And then they have to live life in society with basically their crime, you know, all over them. So people will know what they've done. So red is for murder. But she had an abortion, and abortion is classed as murder in in this time frame in the world, because there was a virus that made a lot of people infertile. So it's now a crime to abort a pregnancy under any circumstances. And then there's yellow for sort of misdemeanors. There's blue for paedophiles. Purple. I can't remember what purple was for. I think it's very, very violent crime, I think. But they do say that, like, the blues don't last very long out. They usually... society tends to deal with the blues. And they usually don't last very long out in society. It's a bit dark for me, this book, actually. This is not the sort of book I'd usually read. So I like fluff. Well, I don't like fluffy. I don't like things to dent my bubble. And I wasn't sure how this one would do, whether it'd, be an anxiety-inducing, triggering book or not. But actually, it's okay. It's not. I'm getting into it more now. I'm further into the story, so I'll have to let you know how it goes. If I had any comments while I was waffling. Oh, we're off up to Hull soon. Dan. Oh, cool. That'll be awesome. Off to Hull. So what's Dan going to do in Hull then? Is you just guys all having a meet up? That'd be brilliant. Dan said he's going to take Lee and I on a ghost hunt at some point, which we would really like to do. Dave said hello, Nanny. Why are you calling me Nanny? Hi, Beauregard. How are you? Oh, you're going sailing on the yacht. Oh, you lucky thing. That'd probably make me sick, actually. I love the idea of it, but I bet I'd be sick. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Someone's coming to Hull. Hey, Chris, I used to come to Hull all the time. I did. That used to be me once a month. Once a month, twice a month. In the olden days. What was I going to say? Oh, and Dave said he's going to hopefully come and see me in the Peak District when we come and stay at your van. So what's Hull like these days? Is it any different from when I was there, Chris? Is it just the same? It was on TV the other day, actually. I did see something, but I didn't recognise any of it. In fact, I probably wouldn't be able to work my way around Hull these days. I used to know it quite well by the time I stopped going. Moho's fixed. We're going to York on Thursday. As in York the city? Well, what other York is there? Though I can be thick sometimes. Oh. More drug addicts in the city centre. Oh, really? Less shops? I was just going to say, is it up and coming now? But it sounds like it's gone the other way. It's a bit weird, really. Oh, that's a shame. The best thing about Hull is the road out. I used to love the road out because I used to like the bridge. I used to sit and watch the bridge while I was driving. I used to like that view. But yeah, it's not the same as you go in. You don't see the bridge in quite the same way. But I do get what you're saying. It's a good job Dave's not here. He might have a go at us for that. Got to go, I'm afraid. Nice to see you in front of the camera. Yeah, it's not going to happen too often, I don't think. Unless my subscribe situation doesn't improve, in which case I might have to go back in front of the camera. Not that I'm saying me will make more subs, but it's just easier to film. I think videos are more engaging when you've got a face to talk to. I'm going to message you, actually, Daryl, later on to have a chat with you about when we come up your way in a few weeks. So I will messenger message you. Thanks for popping in. The road out keeps getting bloody blocked. Serious accident on it on step day. Really? Oh. Is there now too much traffic for the road? It was a dual carriageway, wasn't it? If I remember right. More cars on the road in the last 20 years. Oh my god, 20 years since I used to drive to Hull. In fact, it was more than 20 years, 21 years. A63 is a nightmare. Not too much traffic, just people are morons. Yes, they are. Drive like Wallies. I was filming a bit coming back from dropping Brendan off at his party, and I had my camera on the dashboard holder thing, filming the road in front of me. But I was distracted while I was talking to the camera because there was someone behind me literally sat on my butt, and I was convinced they were going to overtake me on all the bends. Because I could just, you know, you just get that feeling, the lights flashing and they're just very close. The middle pedal slows you down. Chris, you used to drive like a maniac. I'm assuming you drive better now. You used to scare the hell out of me in your car. That's probably why I drove a lot. You still drive like a maniac. You're not causing all the accidents, are you? On your way into work, leaving a trail of destruction behind you. What car have you got now? There's only so fast I can go in a Zafira. But I was told the other day I drive too fast. Well, I don't think I do. I've got kids in the car. There's no way I can drive too fast. But to be fair, it was Lee's mum. And I think she preferred that I drove at like 40 miles an hour. Doesn't have a middle pedal. So it's an automatic. Mine's an automatic. See? Gonna trick me, but you didn't. Yeah. I never thought I'd get on with an automatic until I had no choice but to buy one. Suzuki Swift 1.2. It does 60 miles. I only use it to go to work 3 days a week though. Okay, I don't know what one of those is. I like Suzuki's though. Swift sounds fast. What colour is it? If it's red, it goes fast. God, I'm really not doing my street cred much good, am I really? Sound like a complete bimbo. Oh. It's white. It's really slow. But it's not a van, you see, so you're not a white van man. So you can't be causing that many accidents. What colour was your car that you had? Was it light blue? Your old car. You like Suzuki's too. What do you drive then? You've got an American. You're bound to have a truck, aren't you? Because you've got your ranch and you've got your land and stuff. So you're bound to have a truck. What car was it? You had a red Corsa. I was going to say Corsa, but I had it in my head. It was not red. Well, you know what cars you had. Whose car was I thinking of then? It was 20 years ago. My mind is, you know, filled with other stuff since then. Corsas are quite nippy though. I've had a few friends that have had Corsas. In fact, I had a friend that had a purple Corsa, and I think she threw it over a hedge and then did some donuts in a field, which wasn't wise. And you ever had two blue cars? They were both... No, it definitely wasn't a Mini. No, definitely. It must have been red then. Yeah, it must have been red. So who had the blue car? Oh, that's going to annoy me now. I think I had the Red Rover when I was heading out your way. No, and the Bluebird. I had the Bluebird, didn't I? A Mini Clubman. Oh, is that what you've got? I like the Minis. Lee says they're not real Minis anymore. I think they look really nice. 2 litre diesel. Chris's blue. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe it was Chris's blue Golf I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think it probably was the blue Golf. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, we live quite near the Mini factory, actually, in Oxford. Well, we don't live near the Mini factory in Oxford, but, you know, it's like, it's not far from us. We don't live near it, because we don't live in Oxford. But, yeah, we don't live far from... In fact, where Lee's gone to the cinema is not very far from the Mini factory. So, yeah, we got a lot of Minis coming past on... Like, get a whole, what do you call it, full of them? What are they called? Car transporter full of Minis. Brand new ones, all shiny and sparkly. Oh, I've been on 40 minutes. It always goes so fast. Who have we still got with us? 5 people watching. Oh, I got a like. Thank you, people. Who have we still got? We got Trev, we got Chris. Say hello. Who's here? Who am I chatting to? There's 5 of you. What's on your channel next week, Peps? What's on my channel next week? It's a very good question. I kind of wing it. What would you like to see? What would you guys like to see? Because I really could do with some ideas of things to try out. I mean, you know, more just general daily vlogs. But I don't know. I'm really struggling with ideas of kind of videos to do. I haven't got any more ghost stories to well, I do have kind of one more ghost story. It's not really a ghost story. It's a feeling. It's kind of like the other one I had, which was a feeling I had in a house that I could describe the person who and they probably lived in that house. So I will probably do a chat about that. I want to go on a boat ride with the kids, but I can't find anywhere that's not going to cost me an absolute fortune to take the kids on a boat. But I am thinking there are like little rowboats down on one of the big parks in one of the bigger towns. So I might be able to put a couple of kids in a rowboat and take them rowboat. Tell you about my precious stones. Oh, my crystals that I took to Glastonbury. Yes, I could do a video on that, couldn't I, actually? Yes, that's a very good idea. What each one is about. A lot of those stones I actually picked during my crystal healing course that Brenton and I did. We spent a day doing a crystal healing course, just the 2 of us. Actually, when I've been paid, I want to sign up for a tarot course as well. I mean, I do readings, but I use animal oracle cards, which is kind of, I'm more nature based. And I can read those really easily. And every time I do a reading, it really hits home to people. But tarot, I don't, I kind of, the cards don't mean anything to me. So I bought my pack, and the same woman that did the crystal healing course is doing a tarot course for £30, I think it is. It's an online course as well, so she does all the videos and stuff, so I can just do it in my spare time. But I'd like to do that. One thing I'd like to do, and actually it was Minx Laura 123. I haven't watched her video yet, but I've just noticed she has she's done a video tonight, or she's uploaded a video tonight that's got a genealogy results. And I'd really like to do that. I've been thinking of getting one of those genealogy kits, but I've heard mixed things about them. They're not actually as accurate. You know, like these DNA kits, and you give them like a swab and various bits, and then they can tell you your history and kind of your ancestors and what part of the world you're from and that kind of stuff. But I've heard mixed things about them. But it was a while ago. It was like 2 years ago, and that just kind of put me off doing them. But I think there must be something in it now. I mean, I would have thought if they were not that reliable, then they wouldn't be able to keep selling them, would they? I don't know. Has anyone done one? Van Life Cornwall is still here. What? Do you mind me asking what your name is? Because, I mean, I can keep calling you Van Life Cornwall. That's fine. But I have a feeling you've already told me. But I'll have forgotten. I just feels funny calling people that I'm actually chatting to by their username. Not that I mind if you'd rather be named by your username. Is there a crystal I would like to have? Um, okay, so the crystal that I've always felt very drawn to, it's Andy. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know your name was Andy. Hello, Andy. You do look like an Andy, actually. Um, I may forget that. You may have to remind me because I'm rubbish with names. I'm really sorry. Andy, Andy. If I say it in my head a few times, I will remember. I will remember. Okay, so rose quartz is one of the stones that I'm really drawn to, and I've had a rose quartz ever since I was in my teens, because I am one of these people that suffers with anxiety. I'm a very sensitive soul. Huge guilt complex, so I never do anything wrong, because if I do anything wrong, the guilt, well, I can't do anything wrong because the guilt eats me up. Apart from the fact I was a pain in the neck because I worried about everything, at least my parents knew I never lied to them and I'd never do anything wrong. Because I had this huge guilt complex, which I still have. Um, and I have, I do have anxiety. Not, doesn't really, I say it doesn't stop me doing anything. That's really hard, actually. Does it stop me doing anything? I don't know. Or am I just so used to my life being the way it is that I don't notice that it's stopping me doing anything? And having two autistic children means that lots of things other people do, we don't do anyway because of them. That sounds wrong, because of them. Because they can't cope with huge crowds and what have you. So actually, I'm not a huge crowds person. And I don't like, so that party the other day, it sounded really loud, it sounded really good fun, but I knew I would, if we'd remembered and we'd gone to that party that we missed last night, then I would be sitting somewhere or stood somewhere feeling awkward, because I can't quite get in. These people are my friends, but I can't be as fun as them. Is that, can't be as fun as them? Everything that I say, I think, God, you sound stupid, or I can't make small talk. And then when you've got the noise of music and stuff like that, and you can't hear what they're saying to you. I just find the whole process really awkward. Unless I've had so much to drink that I don't care. That's the only difference, I guess. Aquamarine helps with anxiety too. See, I'm not very good off the top of my head with remembering what all the different crystals do. But I do have... Oh, ow, excuse me. I'm trying to reach down and my back hurts. I do have... This is the book that I got from my course. And it's really good because it has... Oops, Daisy. Has loads of bits about grounding and protection and bits all at the front. And then in alphabetical order, it has a picture of the stone, has a description of what it's used for, and its name. And then in the back, amongst other various things, there's also... Oops, where is it? Where is it? It's got all about your chakras, which we did do a bit about on the course, actually. But it's also got kind of an ailment and kind of the crystal of choice, and then other crystals that you can use as well for different things. So I do refer back to that if I need some guidance with my crystals. I think my first crystal I ever got, before I was into crystals actually, my first one that I ever got was Tiger's Eye. And actually it was when I collected elephants when I was little, and I got it from a jumble sale or a school fete or something. And it was a little tiger's eye in the shape of an elephant, and I loved it. I've still got it somewhere. I'm not quite... Or no, actually I think I gave it to Brendan. Brendan, it's still here. We still have it. I think Brendan's got it. But Brendan likes his crystals as well. Not so much for kind of what they do, or the energies they have, or what they help you with. His are more to do with I think he likes them. He likes certain colours, and I mean they do say as well that you should let the crystal speak to you, kind of thing. So when you're choosing your crystals, don't just rush and grab one. And that's what we did on our healing course. Like, we had several that we could choose for certain chakra points, and you kind of had, we were advised that you don't just kind of just pick one and have it. Sit and hold it for a while, and you'll be drawn more to one than you will another one. So yeah, we did that. That was good. I enjoyed that. I was going to do more of the course, to be honest, but it's quite pricey. I think it was, can't remember how much I think we got both ours for something like £70 for both the courses, but usually one module I think was something like £70 per person. But she actually, because of Brendan's autism, and we were regularly in her shop, she did the course just for the two of us, rather than making him be in a room with a group of other people that, you know, he might not have felt comfortable with. So she was really lovely woman. Unfortunately, the shop's not there anymore. She only does it online. So yeah, it's not as I like to go in and touch things and feel it, feel the energy. Yeah, but it's gone now. I suppose the rents and stuff, isn't it? Now it's just, it gets so expensive that actually online you don't have any overheads really. So everything goes online. So who have we got here? 4 people. Wow, nearly an hour. I think I'll probably skedoot in 10 minutes, I think. Communicate. We are chatting. You need to tell me. You need to talk to me, Beauregard. Are you a Beau or a Beauregard? Now, why do you sign your things Kelly as well, if your name is Beauregard? Or is Beauregard your username, but Kelly is your real name? I don't know. I'll just go through, make sure I haven't missed anybody's messages. Okay, so we want, sorry, was that a yes to which? Sorry, I asked 2 questions, didn't I? Yes to it is your real name, or is Kelly your real name? How's my tree doing that you planted? It's going to be the strongest pine tree on your ranch, you know that. Kelly is your real name. Okay, so cool. So Beauregard Rippy is your username. I thought Beauregard was quite a cool name. You don't hear many. My friends called her Baby Beau, but he is just a Beau, not a Beauregard. Oh. Do you know what? I don't think this gives me all the messages I get. Because I scroll down and then I realise I've missed something. Either that or maybe it's buffering. I don't know. You sent me an email. Oh. I tell you what it probably is. Quite a few days ago. Quite often, anything that's come... Did you send it via YouTube? Because a lot of my stuff from YouTube seems to go straight to my... what do you call it, folder? My... Not spam, it goes straight into my delete folder. And I've not set it up to do that. And I only found this out because one of my other subscribers... Yeah, no, Gmail. So you sent it to my Gmail, but did you send it through... Did you click on a link or something on... I guess it's on YouTube, because I had 2 YouTubers both email me and then message me and say, we have emailed you, and both times I didn't get it, and they said, I've sent you another one, and I was like, no, seriously, it's not in my inbox. So I went through all my spam folders and all the other things, because it puts it in like social, and then, you know, there's like 3 categories on my Gmail, social and promotions or something. So I went through all of those and it wasn't there, and then I found it in my delete box. So, but it wasn't just theirs, it was everything from YouTube. And it said something like it kind of came from their user accounts. So I don't know if you've sent it somehow via YouTube. It will have probably gone. I'll have a look later and see, but it will probably have gone. to my YouTube. No, my delete box. I will go and check though. Definitely will go and check. I like getting emails from people. It's better than just getting people. Thankfully I don't get too much spam mail, which is quite nice. Gmail doesn't seem too bad for that. The old email thing that I used to have, it was my name and address. Oh, right, okay. So it came from your own personal account. Okay. Maybe I missed it. I do get a lot of stuff come through, like Amazon and various bits like that. I don't get a lot of spam, which is good. But I do have a lot of email from things I'm signed up to. Maybe I just missed it. I'm very sorry. I will go and have a look and see if I can find it. And if I can, then I'll reply back to you. Hopefully it wasn't anything too urgent. Yeah. Cool. I'm sorry about that. I will definitely go and have a little look and see. I've got yes. Who's still here? It says we've got 5 people. I think I'm going to go in a minute and make myself a cup of tea, because I'm a bit of a tea addict. I can't sit still for very long. Chris is still here. How's your dog doing, Chris? You still got your dog? My boy still talks about you, Chris. About you, you know, your Minecraft server and all the rest of it. He felt very special being allowed on your Minecraft server. I have a little... Oh. I have a little trouble with overseas... You have a little trouble with overseas communications as in going to emails? Ah. I wonder why that would be. So you don't have any problems sending emails within the US, but if you send them outside the US, you have issues. Does he still play? I just started again from you. You know, he doesn't. No, he is... well, I mean, they're all into Fortnite at the moment, but he's pre-ordered the Fallout 76 or whatever it is that's coming out. He's just spent a stupid amount of his money on... oh, God, what's it called? The Fallout 76, the thing with a helmet or something. Some special edition thing for when the game comes out in November. Is it November? I think the game comes out. Anyway, that's what he's built himself a gaming computer from last year. It started at Christmas last year. He started buying all the bits and asking for money for Christmas and birthdays, and we bought him a few pieces that he needed. Then he's helped his brother build a smaller gaming computer, but that's better than his laptop. Check out Fallout 76. Yeah, my boys are a little bit pre-order obsessed. I don't know if it's beneficial or not, but yeah, I mean, he has spent stupid money on this. But then I kind of figure, you know, he's nearly 17, you know, I can advise him, and you know, that's his interest, isn't it? So just because I don't think it's worth the money. Who's to say it's not? He obviously thinks it is, and it's what he's into. So spent stupid money on a new computer too, though, so who am I to judge? Yeah, and to be fair, you know, I mean, his dad's, although his dad's not computery, you know, he is a gamer, but he's not a PC gamer. But you know, and his dad actually is very careful with money. He doesn't buy a lot. He saves a lot of money. But his dad likes his gadgets, and when he does buy things, you know, it's his gadgets. I mean, let me show you. He very nearly didn't buy this, but he bought this yesterday when we were in town. An amiibo for the Switch, or, you know, whatever consoles they work on. One of the Guardians. It wasn't the Guardian I thought he was talking about from Zelda. I was expecting one of those like octopus ones. But that was £22. And he was like, I don't want to spend that money on it. But then when I went to the post office, and then when I met up with him again, he was like, I had to get it. I've never seen one before. And You know, they're just going to get harder to get hold of. I was like, well, you know, it's his money. He doesn't spend it on a lot other than car repairs and stuff. So, yeah, he's much better with money. Thing is, I spend too much on work. That's my problem. I need to budget better. And I don't. Do you know what? I don't really need anything more for work. This is ridiculous. I've got a whole loft full of resources for my job, and I've just taken 2 bags of stuff down to the charity shop. So I just need to be more frugal. I should do a no spend challenge. Apart from paying bills and food shopping once a week, I should try and do a no spend challenge. That's why I got rid of my Mini and got a Suzuki, so I wouldn't have to keep spending on car repairs. So I guess the Suzuki's newer. To be fair, my car, I mean, I spend like £1,000 on my car, and I kind of keep them until they die. And this one I got 2 years ago. It'll be 3 years this Christmas. It's not cost me too much. It's not the car I wanted, because I need a big 8-seater, and this is a small 7-seater. And once I've got 7 seats up, the 2 seats in the back are no good for adults. But thankfully, if I've got 7 seats up, I've usually got toddlers and babies, so their car seats go in the back. But there's no room for prams and buggies, or bags, or anything. So a day trip for work is tricky with that car. But it was £1,000, and it was on the forecourt of the garage when my car broke down and was irreparable. So I was like, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll take that home then. They are bomb proof. Was it a new Mini or was it an old Mini? It was fast though. Yeah, well, I'm glad you've got a slower car. It slowed you down. Hiya. Yes, I am live. We are live. We are live. How are you? A newish Mini Cooper S. Ah. Yeah, look at me in front of the camera. I wasn't going to do in front of the camera, but I fancied a live stream, so I've come in front of the camera. I'm being brave, and I've come back out of my shell to say hi to everyone. And then I'll go back behind my camera again. You know, I've not grown 2 heads or anything. You know, I'm still here after my disappearance for a week. I'm all back. Sunny day today. It was lovely, wasn't it? It was a really good day. I was saying earlier on, this whole weather thing is kind of throwing me, because I did the school run twice in the morning last week. 1 degree on one day and 4 degrees on the next day. And then I did the afternoon school run, and I was absolutely sweltering and thinking I should be in my shorts, not in my jeans. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the weather. I really am not sure what's going on with the weather. It's kind of... we've not even had a decent frost, I don't think. And you, Kelly, nice to have you on here. Thank you for popping by, and I'll have a look for your email. What's that? Yay, not gay. Well, I don't know. Gay's fine. I did wonder what that was. But, you know, if you were coming out to us, or, you know, just showing a bit of the love, that's fine. I didn't mind. Or if you're just very happy. How's your hedgehogs? Mine have slowed up with the whole food malarkey. A gay day. There you go, a gay day. It was a gay day. Yeah, my hedgehogs have slowed up a bit. I don't know if yours are still eating, but they're only coming every few days now. They don't seem to be coming out every night. But my tortoises are slowing up as well. Did you delete your vlogs because you were upset? I had some issues. I just had some issues. And there were some disrespectful comments as well, that made me self-conscious about being in front of the camera. I just don't think I was particularly smart in front of the camera. I maybe should have been smarter. So yeah, they're just all private. I've got them, I've not deleted them, but all my vlogs are private, and I'm kind of spending more time behind the camera now. But then my subscriptions seem to have slowed up. You've had a lot of trouble also. Yeah, you had some weird stuff go on, didn't you? I don't know, there was just some stuff going on and some personal stuff going on, and it all kind of happened all at the same time. Um, and I wasn't dealing with it particularly well. Thank you, that's very kind. That is very kind. YouTube comments are horrible. You need to have a thick. Do you know? No. Do you know what? I thought I was going to have to deal with trolls. It wasn't trolls. It was. It. It was other comments. It was comments um, about me. Um, I think maybe they thought they were being. What's the word I'm looking for? Kind. I don't know, but they were just a bit. I'm not a feminist or anything like. Can't stand that whole feminism thing. I'm just like, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we are who we are, and you know, gender has no, what you call it. Um, but yeah, I was getting some interest from a few people that was uncomfortable. I had to delete a few comments because they were disrespectful, I think, is probably the best way. And then I had a think, and I thought, am I inviting that? Because I do vlog in my PJs, and I will have a chat in the bath. I've never shown anything that is, you know, I'm always fully dressed. I'm never in a bikini or my underwear or, you know, anything like that. So I'm not being you know, I didn't think I was throwing myself out there. But I don't know. Lee says I'm very naive, and I think I probably am, actually. I just think that, you know, I don't know. I can't really explain it. I just don't see the bigger picture, I guess, until it's too late. So, yeah. I should make people moderators for your channel so you can delete stuff on your behalf. I thought you could only do that on live feed. That's really good to know, actually, to have a moderator. Because the other thing is, people will write things and I think, oh, it's fine. They're only, you know, they don't mean anything by it. They're just being sweet. Or, you know, it was just poor wording. And I'm too worried about upsetting someone's feelings or coming across as a bitch. So I think then I get myself into a situation where I've got too familiar with someone, or someone feels they're too familiar with me, or, you know, I'm allowing comments on there. And I'm all for banter. You know, I'm not a prude, and I'm all for banter, and I don't mind a bit of a laugh over, you know, things, or a little bit of cheeky conversation. I don't. But yeah, I could just see things going. I got self-conscious, I think. Thank you, Kelly, for being worried for me. I'm fine. I am fine. I'm just trying to be a bit smarter, a little bit smarter. And, you know, I think, you know, I'm on here looking for, I've made some really lovely friends on here, really lovely friends. And they're just such kind people on here. And it's amazing, actually, how quickly you can kind of click with people and think, you know, feel quite close to them. But I think, you know, like Lee said to me, you're putting yourself out there. And not everybody is, what's the word? Not everyone is completely stable, maybe. I don't know. And you know, you don't know who's behind that keyboard tapping. I honestly thought I was going to have problems with trolls telling me I was a bitch, telling me I was rubbish, telling me all, because that's what you hear. And I haven't had trolls, but I've had the other stuff. I've had unwanted attention and comments on here that, yeah. Don't let them upset you, Pip. They are just mindless morons, are not worth the time of day. Quite enjoy the insult. Quite, yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't mind. Well, no, I say that. I probably would. I don't like insults either. You have trolls that impersonate your channel. Wow. I mean, that's That's something. So do they like make a whole new channel and pretend it's you? I mean, that is commitment to the trolling. What is it they do then to impersonate your channel? Ah, thank you. You're so kind, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, I will look into that whole moderator thing. To be honest, most of it isn't a problem now, but that's because I'm not in front of the camera. Now, it's non-sequirus folk. Yeah, it's true. It is. And I am too naive. I got caught out in a situation a couple of years ago. And it was hell. But a big part of it came from naivety. It was stupid, and I think I just kind of live in a happy bubble, and I spend all my time with kids, so nothing bad happens. Everything's really nice. I don't watch the news. I know about internet safety, and I know not to show where I live, and sometimes I worry about when I take photos of the kids at the park and stuff, that anyone who knows the area might recognise the road or the park or something like that. And I say I'm in Oxfordshire, and that's as far as I go. I'm in Oxfordshire. I'm sort of along the commuter belt from London and Oxford, and people can kind of work out, if they really wanted to, probably with little hints and tips, and if they were really psycho enough, might be able to find me. But having said that, I run a business, so it wouldn't take an awful lot for people to find me anyway, I don't think, because I run a business and I have to advertise my business. So yeah, I've had some comments. What was that? One troll named his cat Harlow. That's my dog's name. They call my mum a gold digger. Why would they call your mum a gold digger? Attacked your family and called the police. Wow, that's some serious weird stuff. I hope you blocked them, and I hope the police, saw them for what they were and dealt with that, because that's pretty tough going. I have no idea why someone would go to those lengths. I mean, I know they do. There was somebody on Twitter who was having real problems. She had a lot of followers on Twitter, and she had several new accounts made under her name, taking her photo and stuff, and then spamming people as if it was coming from her. She'd shut someone down, or Twitter would shut them down, and then they'd just make a new account and they'd start harassing her again. She was having it on other social media as well, not just on her Twitter. Somebody was really out to get her. And you just think, what can someone do? How can someone kind of offend? I mean, she was quite outspoken, so maybe she offended them or said something that they didn't approve of, but that's some pretty serious lengths to go to annoy someone. Oh, wow. So they emailed your mum saying it was you and then took money from her. Professional computer hackers. Oh, right, okay. So they basically saw a way to get money. Right, professional computer hackers. Wow. So they used your details and then used it to come across as being you. See, this is it. You've got to be so careful about what you say and how much you share. And there are people out there that share so much, and I just kind of think, my God, if you've got a stalker, you get yourself in all sorts of trouble. And Brendan has one particular hoodie that he wears, his school leavers top, and I'm really careful about not showing the badge for the school. It was his leavers hoodie from last year, and there may be lots of schools with that name, I don't know, but I don't want any way of them seeing. And the kids as well, all the kids that I look after who come home from school, like, they all cover up their badges. Like, they'll do this if they're wearing their jumper, they'll either take their jumper off, or they'll cover up their badge, or they'll stick stickers on it. Or if they're wearing the polo shirts that have the school logo and the school name on it, because the school name is also the name of the village, so they will cover it up. And they're really good about that. And their sports tops, the days they come home with their sports tops on, it has the name of the village across the back. So they know, they walk backwards out of the room. Do you know, they are so good with their internet safety. They really are good about it. And they know I won't put anything up if it shows the logo. They created an email ID that was a spoof of my real account. God, that's terrible. Did the police deal with them? I mean, did you get the money back, or? I hope you did. That's really bad that people can do that. I just hate that people take other people's hard-earned money. I mean, I remember, and I was absolutely mortified. I mean, and this was kind of one of my eye-opening moments, that there are horrible people out there. It was when the PSPs first came out. I think Kenzie was a baby, Brendan was 4, and everybody in the family had chipped in to get Lee a PSP. It was all he wanted for Christmas, and so we were all chipping in to get him this PSP. You couldn't get them anywhere. Now, he knew he was going to get a PSP, and I gave him the job of just checking out the internet to find somewhere to buy one. Anyway, I found one, he said. I found one. And they had one in stock, and part of me was like, why has no one else got any in stock, but this company does? So anyway, he ordered it, he paid the money online using his card, and we put the money in his bank. And then this was a few months before Christmas, and then it kept being delayed and it wasn't coming. Then we rang them up, and it was some Indian call centre. So, you know, we were struggling to understand each other, and I was like, well, why has this company got an Indian call centre? It's supposed to be like a small English company. It's not like it's BT, which farms their stuff out to India. You know, it's kind of a small family business. And, you know, I just got this feeling that it was never going to come. And I Googled the company, and oh my God, the stuff that I started to read online, you know, all this stuff. We never got our stuff. They've nicked our money. If you do a history, they've also owned this company and this company. These are scams. You know, they conned people out of this. They'd set up a gardening company and scammed people out of money. And, you know, I was on the phone to this guy like a few days before Christmas. I was in tears saying, this is my other half's only present. You know, he only wanted this. We've all chipped in. The whole family's chipped in to get him what he wants. This is all he's getting for Christmas. He's going to have nothing to open. It will be with you tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Who's going to deliver tomorrow? Anyway, that's kind of when we realised the situation, and I was just heartbroken. I was sobbing. I mean, it did teach me a lesson to check every company. If I don't know the company that I'm going to use online, then I will put the name into Google and do a search, because, you know, they literally did us out of £207. Lee did get the money back, thankfully, so he could then go and buy himself one in the New Year's sales, which, you know, was lucky in the end. But where's the rest of the family? So Brendan and Lee have gone to the cinema, and no, Kenzie and Lee have gone to the cinema, and Brendan's gone to his friend's 17th birthday party. So I dropped him off at her house at 7 o'clock, and he's going to be there until about 12, I think, 11, 12 o'clock. He said he'd text me when he was done. It's a party, so I don't know how long he'll last. Depends how many people are there and how loud the music is. If the music is loud, it might make him feel sick, in which case I'll probably get a text saying, come and get me. If there's a lot of people there that he doesn't know, then he'll probably text me and ask me to come get him. But it's mainly people like his squad, as he calls them, and they're a really nice group. So I'm hoping it's kind of a smaller affair than a big party. Let's see, what was that? Someone messaged. Oh, do you know what? I've been chatting another 20 minutes. I was going to go after an hour. One lady was scamming me, fell in love with me, so her pimp got really nasty. Oh, okay. So I think I came in on part of this on one of the things you were saying on one of your videos, Kelly, and I didn't understand what was being said. So she started scamming and all this thing, and then actually got caught up in it, and actually, so then did she feel bad or something? And she had a nervous breakdown. Okay. So she was working for this company trying to scam money out of you, and then actually got attached to you and close to you and regretted what she was doing. Okay, they've gone to see Predator, which is not really Kenzie appropriate. Well, I say it's not really Kenzie appropriate. He's seen the other predators, but he is a 15 and he is only nearly 13. Um, so, yeah. But the thing is, he looks like a 16-year-old. So, yeah, bad mother. Letting him go. Bad mother. Oh, right, okay. Oh, so where did that go? Are you guys still together? I mean, can she, if the police are involved, can she, what's the word I'm looking for? Speak up against them. Testify is the word I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. Oh, getting tired. Getting tired now. I've had so many early nights, and I don't do early nights. I think I'm getting into hibernation mode. She's very ill. Yeah. It sounds like she was probably not in a good place to start with if she was working for people like that. And by the way you say her pimp, it sounds like, this person, was pretty much her pimp. Even if not in a, prostitute kind of way. He was obviously using her and then taking some of her money. What did you get out of the sparkle box today? Oh, my sparkle box. It wasn't actually a comment about friendship. Let me just have a quick. It was about pets. Let me just read it to you. My vlog is going to go up after this because I edited it. I just need to post it up. It says, you have millions of pets, including a cuddly dragon. So this was less about our friendship and more about just something she knows about me. And I said I have less pets than I used to have. But she's known me since we were primary school, like infant school. So she has known me when I literally had like a menagerie. So we had chickens, we had chinchillas, we had rabbits, we had birds, tortoises, terrapins, cats, dogs, guinea pigs, mice, hamsters, gerbils, a rat, canary, cockatoo, stick insects. Was that everything? I think that was everything. And I've always, since we bought our own house, when Brendan was 2, I've always had pets. So we got the dog. We've never had a cat here, but that's because the main road. We've had dog, rabbit, house rabbit, a couple of hamsters, the school tortoises. I had crabs, 2 little crabs, but they didn't last very long. Fish, tropical and normal fish. Salamanders. My snake, my bearded dragon. I think that's everything we've had here, I think. So yeah, she knows that I love pets and that I've had quite a lot. All my chickens. She won't let me help her because I don't like drugs and she's a drug addict. Okay, you're probably well out of there, battered woman. Yeah, unfortunately, Kelly, you can only help someone so much, and until they're prepared to actually leave that life, there's not a lot you can do. And you don't want to get involved in all of that. So it's tough, isn't it? But it's a real hard one. But at least I guess she knows you're there if, if she decides to make that change. She does know me really well. She does. You want to see my bearded dragon? Okay. I could put the kettle on, couldn't I, while I do that? Yeah, she has been my best friend for as long as I can remember. She's had a tough time in sort of early adulthood. She ended up in a relationship with a guy. I'm sure she won't mind me saying this. It's not hidden, but she ended up in a relationship with a guy who was stealing, and basically stole from her when she had a new baby. He took her when she was vulnerable, basically, she had to get out of there and ended up in a women's hostel. So she had a really tough kind of start to her adult life. And through all of that, and then settling down and, kind of really, she's an amazing mum. Her daughter's at uni now, she's done so well at kind of coming from what, the situation she was in to doing her degree. She's now runs her own lab. She's got her master's. She's done so well. I'm so proud of her. She's just amazing. And through all of that, you know, we've always kept in contact. You know, and we're there for each other no matter what. Even if, you know, even if we didn't see each other for like a year, 2 years, you know, if one of us turned up on the doorstep, we would be there. Okay, so, oops. Where's all my messages gone? Has Brendan got his... Yes, he has. It's been posted. Okay, his bus pass has arrived and he's now using the bus. Really pleased about that. Okay, the bearded dragon is asleep. Okay, so there's Toothless. Sleeping. I hope that shows him, because I can't see what you can see when I've got the camera like that. He's fast asleep. And there's my snake. You going to come and say hello, Nagini? Hello. Nagini. She can probably see herself. And so she might lunge at the camera because she might think that's another snake. She might want some dinner, actually. I'll have to feed her tomorrow. That means I've got to go and defrost a mouse out of the freezer. That's the only thing about having a snake I really don't like. Oh, it's dark. I'm going to make a cup of tea now I'm downstairs. Oh, I did bring my cup down. Yes, I did. Ooh. Are you saying ooh about my snake? She's not ooh. She's lovely. She's beautiful. She's my baby girl. And she's not such a baby anymore. She's about... How old is she? She must be 4. I think she was... Oh, do you know what? I don't know how old she was when we got her now. No, the Oh, the mouse. Yeah. Yeah, the mouse. Yeah, that's the bit I don't like. Defrosting the mouse. I like... It was hard enough having to have frozen mice in my freezer. That was like... Freaked me out a little bit. But... They're wrapped up in carrier bags and they're like in a drawer on their own. Yes, I know. Do you know what? I adore animals, but I am not vegetarian. And I have literally eaten a load of chicken legs today, because that's my weakness. And a chili cook-off. We went to a fish farm and a chili cook-off. Ooh. Do you get to tickle the fish? Like, do you have like trout farms where you can tickle the fish under the chin? There's some fish really like that. I'll show you my fish while I'm here, although they're probably all asleep as well. Come say hello. They're probably all asleep as well. There's one. There's loads of babies in there, but they'll all be at the bottom. Hello, big fat fish. This one looks pregnant. See, they've seen me and now they're going to think I'm going to feed them. But it's not food time. So those are my little tropical fish. Ooh, cheesecake. Oh, I love a cheesecake. I do live in a zoo, yeah. They have petting. Petting what? At the fish farm, you can pet the fish. I do love fish. My dad's a real fish man. He's like my dad used to run a pet shop. So I grew up with my dad running a pet shop, which is probably why we had so many animals. We used to get the rejects, like the ones that couldn't be sold, the ones that had been injured. So I had I had 2 gerbils. What had happened is the old cages that they used to have, they were like in a pet shop you've got kind of the walls with the bits going through. I'm not explaining this very well. So you had a wall of cages, so say this was like the wall of cages, and then you had them like with white panels down between them, and then the cage fronts on the front. So it was like just a big wall of cages, and one night a rat gnawed through the corner of the cage and got in and attacked 2 gerbils. And they both lost their tails and one lost a foot. So when they came in the next morning and realised what had happened, they called in the vet, and they used to take the animals up into the office upstairs, any that were not well or what have you, needed treating, or mice that were pregnant and what have you. And yeah, when they healed, they ended up coming to live with us. So yeah, we used to get random pets that were missing vital pieces. But it was nice, you know, and we always grew up with pets. We always grew up with interesting things. Chinchillas, you know, nobody else I knew had a chinchilla. I love chinchillas. Oh, it's all dark. Spooky. Your brother still does in London. Does what? Does what? And what have I missed? Yeah, I'm taking you back up to my room now. Oops. Ow, there's something in my slipper. That's just stabbed the bottom of my foot. You like my salt lamp? I love the light it gives. Look at that. I need salt lamps in this house because they absorb electrical current. Kind of, you know, the ions and stuff. Was it negative, positive ions? Whichever one it is, through the salt lamp, and neutralise the air. A buzzard hit me on my motorbike. Oh no! I take it you were okay. I'm probably not the buzzard. I hate it when things fly in front of the windows and stuff. The amount of pheasants I've hit, I always feel so bad. My dad had a pet shop too, and so does my brother. Oh right, pet shop. Right, okay. Yeah, see, I think that's where your love for animals and stuff comes from, doesn't it? When you grow up with them. And it amazes me the amount of people that are just scared of animals. You know, they're like, oh, I don't like mice, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I'm just like, or they're scared of birds, or scared of dogs. Because I've grown up with them all, it doesn't even occur to me to be scared of an animal. Spiders I'm scared of. Only if they're big. Those big house spiders. I came in on Thursday and I went to put the dishes that were in the sink into the dishwasher, and I moved one cup and there was a big house spider in the sink. So I don't know if it had come up the drain or come in through the window and fallen in the sink. I was like, Lee, come and save me. What pet shops go against your vegan principles? Yeah, you see, this is the thing. I don't mind pets as long as they are you know, you give them the space and the attention, everything that they need. So rabbits, I don't like rabbits caged. And my sister-in-law and my brother run an animal sanctuary. Well, it started off as a rabbit sanctuary, but it's now rabbits and birds. But they have a rabbit sanctuary. And I mean, I've never liked having a rabbit in a hutch. And I've never had any of my rabbits in a hutch. Not even when I was little. They always had big runs. And in this garden that we're in now, my first rabbit had a big run attached to her hutch. So she had plenty of space to move around. And then we got my house rabbit that we had. And he was a rescue rabbit, and we had him. And he had free run of my garden and free run of my house. And the only time I caged him was at night. I used to put him in the playroom in his cage, and that was only because he caused merry hell in the night. One year we put our veg out there over Christmas, like ready for Christmas, all our Christmas veg, because it was cold in the conservatory, and he got onto the unit and started eating our Christmas veg on Christmas Eve. And he'd also eat my toys. So I'd set things up for the kids, and then he'd go and eat the books and stuff. So if I couldn't be there watching him, which obviously I can't at night, then he used to get put in his cage for night. But the rest of the time, he was free ranging. Again, hamsters and stuff, as long as they've got a really big cage, I don't mind. But like, I remember, like, we used to have those rotor stacks when I was little, and you could make those. I think you can still get rotor stacks. But like, they had tubes that went all over the place, and a friend of mine had one that went under her bed, and it went round the corner, and then, you know, up a bit. And I just think that's what I would want. I'd want like a big rotor stack with lots of tubes and tunnels and stuff. Yeah, my brother had a rat. Chewed all the TV wires. Yeah, our rabbit did that. Lee did threaten to make rabbit pie a few times when our internet went off because the rabbit had chewed the wires. But then we just got a huge great big piece of paper and sellotaped it to the wall, and the wires were all covered and she couldn't get to it. And that solved the problem. But yeah, she was very nearly rabbit pie. I wouldn't have let him do it, but he was threatened. He threatened her. I would like a cat. I do like cats, but I won't have one on the road that we live on. And my neighbours, several of my neighbours have had cats. And 2 or 3 of those, 4 maybe, I think have been run over. So it's not worth it on this road. Found a dead one. What, a dead rat or a dead cat? Can you see my sister? I've got 2 sisters. I don't know. They're not really into the whole camera thing. Oh, here's Rat. Oh, that's a shame. No, rats don't live long. No, my sisters are not really into this whole YouTube thing. They're not. That's not their thing. So no, you probably can't see my sisters, to be fair. It's not their thing. Scottish. Now, I'm going to say this wrong. Chuli? I'm going to pronounce it wrong, aren't I? Now, I subscribed to you, didn't I? This week, I think it was. I think you are one of my new people that I went and enjoyed some of your videos. Chuli. Choo. That's cool. Chuli. Scottish Chuli. What does a Chuli mean? Does it have a meaning? Is it a Scottish word? That's okay. I've found lots of new people this week. I can't remember how I kind of had this chain link. I went on someone's and then I kind of went down through their comments and checked out different channels because I was looking for new channels to watch, and then subscribed to them when I found ones that I liked, and then kind of ended up going through their comments, and so kind of this chain reaction happened this week of me finding lots of new channels to watch. I'm from Shetland. It's how Shetlanders pronounce Julie. Oh, right. Julie. So you are Julie from Scotland, from Shetlands. Julie. I like that. Is it nice and cold up there? Or is it still warm? I imagine it's very cold in Scotland at the moment. I don't know why. You're Julie. Well, hello, Julie. It's freezing. Now, am I right in thinking, so the Shetlands, you have kind of less daylight hours because you're right up there, aren't you? So it gets dark at something stupid like 3 o'clock. Is that right? 3 o'clock? And then I used to read a blog online called the Barefoot Crofter, I think it was. And they were in one of the islands, Scottish islands. And I mean, it looked lovely, but it did look cold. And they did say that it's dark at like 4:30. Yeah. Okay, so I'm Oxfordshire. So I'm kind of between Oxford and London. Yeah, so kind of the other end of the island. Not quite as far. I'm sort of central, but sort of not. I'm central. Now I always say, lovely big bed. Yeah, it is. We had a double, and then we needed to buy a new bed, and so we decided on a king size. And I'm so glad we did. I love it. I'm not fighting for space anymore. What was I going to say? What was I saying? I got sidetracked. Oh, where's all my comments gone? I was saying something. It's gone now. It's gone. Oh, now. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, I always think that the United Kingdom looks like a man riding a pig. If you picture it. And I thought everybody saw this, but until I said it recently, a lot of people thought I was a bit strange. So, the pig's face is Wales, and Cornwall is the pig's front trotters, like if it's running, and then the man's body is kind of most of England, And then the pig's bum is kind of Ipswich, Kent area. And then Scotland is the man's head and the hat. And we're in kind of the bit where the man is sat on the pig, if you picture it, kind of that bit of the country. Kind of middle-ish to most things, but the furthest point from the sea. So does anyone else see the UK as, you know, a man riding a pig, or is it just me? Yeah, you see, my other half hogs the bed too. I mean, my other half, bless him, he's a solid guy, you know, solid guy. He's not Diddy. You don't see it. How can you not see that the UK looks like a man riding a pig? An island looks like a koala bear. I just obviously see things in a different way to others. It does. It does look like that. That is how I know how to draw it. An old man with a walking stick. An old man with a walking stick. What, you think that's what it looks like? I get the man bit. Where's the walking stick? And is it Norway that looks like a penis? Looks like a penis and a balls. Was that? There's some part above us that looks a bit dodgy. Is it Norway? I think it is. Or is it Sweden? I can't remember. I know my geography by how things look. It's just, I'm a real visual person. That's what it is. And just everything's very visual for me. Florida looks like a willy. I'm going to have to go and look at that now. I've mainly done things that are close to us. Florida looks like a willy. I'm going to have to check that out. It's all that sun. That's what it is. All those beached babes and what have you. Macho men. And the nudist beaches. That's why it looks like a willy. Oh, well, we've really lowered the tone of the conversation, haven't we? I was going to stop after an hour, and it's now an hour and 42 minutes. I'm just checking my boy hasn't messaged me. No, I haven't got any messages. Girls for you. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm blaming that Thule. The Scottish Thule. We were all good till she came along. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I'm just playing with you. I have a friend who lives in Florida. She lies by her pool most days. What a life. Oh, I know. God. Yes, you have, Messi. You come here and you've just made me think. In fact, it was me. It was me going on about Sweden or Norway looking like a penis, but I was trying to pass the buck. If you're willing to take it, that's good. I nearly filmed today, but I'm not as good as you. I'm not good at filming. Look, I'm now behind the camera most of the time as well. You just have to film something and be done with it. Commit to it and do it. Go on then, you take the blame. We're going to blame you now for everything. Oh, I need to come and check out more of your videos because I didn't get through many of them. My sister lives in Florida. Oh, Florida just sounds like such a nice place. And I like crocodiles as well. They've got crocodiles. Or is it alligators? Or both? I don't know. Do they have both? Is it alligators? I don't know. But they have cool creatures that I'd like to go and see. But it would require a passport and to fly. Fairly new at uploading, only been doing it since Easter. Do you know what, actually, up until 2 weeks ago, so I signed up to YouTube ages and ages ago, and I think I put on like 2 videos. I think I filmed the kids doing something for, I think I did the kids doing something at Forest School, us having a little tea party for the Queen's birthday, and something else, can't remember what it was. I filmed those, and then I didn't do any filming for ages and ages and ages. And then I thought, no, I'm going to get back into it again and film loads of kind of childminding related things, like activities to do with kids and all that sort of stuff. But I couldn't get an audience, and I was watching people who've been doing this sort of thing for years and have got a big audience, and I was commenting on their stuff, but I just couldn't get any kind of there was no kind of I watch theirs, they watch mine kind of thing. It was just, and I seem to always be finding big channels, and your comments get lost when you're commenting on big channels. Then, so about 10 weeks ago, I decided to do vlogs, and that was the difference. I did daily vlogs, and all of a sudden, my channel, I started getting loads of interaction. I started to get loads of subscribers. And it really took off. But then I decided not to be in front of the camera, and it slowed up again. So yeah, I'm kind of in limbo as to whether or not I carry on that way, or I try and get maybe a bit in front of the camera and a bit behind the camera. This is my first time in front of the camera for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks doing my live stream. You have one sister, two brothers. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. So we are the reverse. So you're on a 4 as well. I am in the middle. I'm a weird one. So I was the youngest for 6 years. Then there's 6 years between my brother. No, that's a lie. I was the youngest for 4 years. So there was my brother and me. For 4 years, I was 3 years, I was the youngest. Then my sister came along, and I was a middle child. And then after 8 years, or 7 years, my other sister came along, but my brother was going off to uni maybe a few years later. So then I was kind of the oldest and kind of the middle. So I don't really know where I am in the pecking order. Used my real name and no one watched, so I named my channel Beauregard Rippy and got his. So it worked better, did it, giving yourself a name, a different name? So is Beauregard Rippy a person? Is that like an actual person, or just a name you came up with? I'm going to probably sound really stupid now. This is probably something I should know the answer to. Where have I got to? Find hanging out in streams helps to bring traffic to my channel. It's not always easy to find the time though. I keep missing all the live streams. That's my problem. A lot of them seem to happen when I go to bed or when I'm working. So yeah, I always come in too late on them. Thank you. Yeah, I am quite a positive, smiley person. I'm not. I don't like miserable. Life's too short to be miserable. I find it hard to get new subscribers. I thought with saying Van Life Cornwall it would attract them, but obviously not. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have more followers actually, because the whole van community is quite big, and Cornwall is like stunning. You do show some nice scenery and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what to suggest. If I knew the answer to lots of subscribers, I would have lots of subscribers. BR is a name in a song about Elvis. Oh, right. Okay. I did not know that. You've taught me something new. Do you know what? I thought I'd heard of the name. But I think a lot of things. It's not always true. Let's check my battery on my phone. Oh, okay. It'll last a bit longer. You like the Elvis connection. So who's the photo of then on your channel? Because that's not you, is it? Kelly, that's not you in that picture. And that was the other thing. Do I go with a picture? So I'd got a picture of me on my channel, but then I was like, do I use my logo? Your little sister wants to see me. Is that an Elvis connection? I don't know what you mean by that. I can assure you my sisters do not want to see you, because my sisters don't do this whole YouTube thing. Johnny Paycheck. Okay, I don't know who he is either. I'm sorry. I'm a bit rubbish. I'm sure I should know who Johnny Paycheck is. I just live in a bubble. That's my problem. I don't know who anyone is or what anything is, or it's like I don't even know half the singers who are in the charts, or I'm rubbish. I don't watch the news. I don't watch enough TV. I watch the occasional show. I need to stop biting my fingernails. A country singer from Ohio. Okay. So I would be forgiven for not knowing who that was. Bearing in mind I'm from the UK and country is not big here. Unless it's Dolly Parton or someone I'm not going to know who is. So I'm being educated. Just finished watching a movie. Oh, what have you just watched? Would you recommend it? Classic email all day on low. What's classic email? Deadpool 2. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. What did you think compared to the first one? I mean, I think I still preferred the first one. Oh, there you go, look. Andy's got a new subscriber. I didn't realise you're still with us, Trev. How's work? Are you on a late shift or are you at home? It's not for everyone, but I found it hilarious. It is hilarious. The Deadpool films are, I mean, so close to the bone. I mean, you know, but it's hilarious. FM stupid. Oh, FM. Classic FM. That does make more sense. Yes. Classic FM's pretty good for the evening, especially. My sister quite often puts it on in the evening if we do a board games night. It's just nice and chilled. I don't have any photos of myself. Do you not do selfies? Of course you don't. You're not female. It was great. It was, yeah, I love that film. I really do love that film. So, see, the superhero films, some of them I get a little bit bored with. There's too much action, which is, I know, stupid because it's a superhero film, but it's like I get bored of the action. But the funny ones like Ant-Man, they kind of don't take themselves too seriously. What was the other one we watched? So Ant-Man and the Wasp was the one we watched recently. That was good. There's another one. Oh, Kenzie's on his way home. Okay, their film's finished, so they're coming home. I may as well chat to you until they get back. You have no telephone. Okay. Yeah. So that makes it hard to take a selfie. Have I missed anything? No. Yeah, so some of the superhero films I don't mind. But some of them are just a little bit, I don't know. I get a bit bored of the action. And I just want some more story. So, yeah, Deadpool is definitely one I enjoy. And there was another one that I really liked as well that was quite... Spider-Man. Spider-Man's funny as well. Doesn't take itself too seriously. Oh, look, you two have made friends. See? It's all lovely. These live streams get you sharing each other's channels. Trev, did you like your sticker? Who else wants a sticker? Worm's Eye View sticker. I've had some made up. They're very basic. But if you email me your address, I will send you a sticker. Because people like that. Some people collect them. Goodbye. Are you off, are you? I'm going to stay here until the boys get back. Poo cup. Yes, yes. You weren't here for my first cup of tea. I was saying I lost it in the back of the cupboard amongst all the cups that I haven't used for ages. And then I found it. So I'm re-enjoying my Pooh Bear cup. I can't actually remember where I got it from. It is cute, isn't it? Yeah. It's one of the few cups that's not yet shipped. Oh, well, I'm glad I did a live stream. I was really kind of umming and ahhing about it. My colleague has heard of you too. Oh, who's your colleague? Ooh. So is this heard about me as in from my YouTube or heard about me from my childminding stuff? I've been really rubbish. Oh, my blog. Yeah, I'm trying to move my blog over to. I'm having issues. The blog is at a bit of a standstill because I'm trying to put it all onto my website, and I can't get all my old content onto my new website, and my new website is not getting the hits. So I'm kind of like, I actually have a meeting with someone who does this, who should hopefully be able to put it all from Blogspot all over onto WordPress, and then I can crack on and get that done. Because it's driving me crazy. My blog has been my baby for years and years, and it's been a bit neglected, to be fair. Well, you'll have to send your friend this way, and they can come talk to us. I should really do a childminding related live feed at some point. I don't know when the best time to do that would be. You haven't seen my blog? Okay, so my current blog, where my website is www.wormseyeview1.com. No, .co.uk. The Blogspot one, I can never remember the exact thingy. But if you go there and then you go to the tab that says blog in the top corner, so the top right hand corner, there's three. There's people that I've worked with, but that's more for me doing reviews and stuff for people. So companies that I've worked with, a little bit of, that's my main website page, and then the bit that says blog is where I've got some blog posts. And I'm just trying to get everything moved over to there. So www.wormseyeview, all one word, 1.co.uk. That's the blog. And if you want a sticker, you can send me your address to Pippa, which is Pippa, .ashton, which is ASHTON, at gmail.com. And I will, if you want to request a sticker, then I will send you out a sticker in the post. The other thing is my video that I did for the lovely rhyme and sign book that my friend has written. She's giving us 2 copies to give away. So if you want to share that with any of your childmindy friends, I'd really appreciate that. Or anyone who's got young children, or anyone who's got kids who have communication difficulties, anything like that. That would be really good. You should put your links into your description of your videos. I should have a standard thing that I stick in there, and I'm really rubbish at doing that. Maybe I should go through all my videos and do that tomorrow. Edit them all with all my links in. Because I put all my videos up on my phone. So maybe what I should do is have a little note on my phone, in like your memo notes bit, and put all the info so I can just copy and paste it over. That would be a good idea. But I should have all my links. You're right, I should. There's all this obvious stuff, and I'm just rubbish at the obvious stuff. And I'm neglecting my Facebook page quite a lot. And I've got over 10,000 subscribers on my or members on my Facebook group. And I do share some of my videos and stuff on there, but I don't get as much traffic as I used to. Yeah, I know. My Facebook. I know. The thing is, I've come off I've not come off Facebook. I just don't use it. And so it's getting really hard to remember that I actually have a group on there I need to go and do something with. I need to do something with it. The thing is, I've got all this stuff there. I could be doing so much more than I am. And I'm not utilising it. I need to kick up the bum is what I need. I do need to kick up the bum. I need to set aside. I mean, Mondays, I don't have any kids during the day. So, yeah, I found Twitter was more popular. No, I don't meet up with local childminders. I used to be a local coordinator, but the next nearest town to us kind of have their own. They're kind of self-sufficient. There's a childminder that's been going for a long time, and she was the coordinator for the area for a long time before we had Trio come in, and then then all the funding got cut and Trio was lost. And then I was a pacey coordinator, but I put things out on the local groups and stuff, but nobody was really interested. They kind of do their own thing, to be fair. I did try to set up some training, and only one person booked the training session, and it was a meet and greet training thing for about $5, which basically just covered the cost of the hall. We were doing refreshments. We were doing. It was with my friend who did the Rhyme and Sign book as well. So we were going to have a 20 minutes signing session that they could take home and do with the kids, with all leaflets and free info and stuff each week about language and communication and the importance of language and communication for children. And each week was themed, so I was gonna set up kind of ideas for loose parts play, just kind of, and how to extend the activities, give ideas, and I was going to hand out planning to everybody, like my spider webs and stuff of planning that they could take off and kind of get some ideas. But yeah, no one was interested, so I just kind of thought I don't need to be worrying about that. I did used to run the village toddler group. Actually, I did that since Kenzie was a baby, but he's 12 now, and I do the forest school sessions, and I decided that I was going to knock the toddler group on the head. And then another parent of a baby in the village spoke to me about it, and I said, look, I've got all the toys and stuff. If you want to hire the hall, go talk to the hall about it. And if you want the toys, I've got all the stuff here for you, and I can hand you over all the toys and stuff. So that's what happened. Yeah, they got all the toys, and they now run it on a Friday, I think. So someone else took it over. I'm not really a people person. That's my problem. People stress me out a bit. I'm better supporting people online than I am, face to face. The other thing as well, and I should put those links in as well. I know what I need to do. So I've got this awesome autumn pack that I made. I mean, I sell resources and stuff, and I've got an autumn pack that you can print out. It's got all the planning for autumn activities. It's got loads of detailed activities that all link to the EYFS, that have full descriptions of what you need, how to extend the play, all that kind of stuff, a picture of what you do. And I think they're selling for like £5.50 a pack on my Teachers Pay Teachers site. And that's 3 months worth of planning for a season. And I should be plugging that now, and I've not plugged it yet. And then I've got a Halloween pack as well that's got loads of Halloween resources, printables, activities, fun things to do, activities you can make, resources you can make, how it all links to the early years curriculum. And yeah, I'm not plugging that either. Maybe I should print some of these things out, do a video, and then add the links and plug it like that. Maybe, I don't know. I should. Yes, see, I should. There's a lot of things I should do. I think I need to kind of book, like, this week I'm going to do this week I'm going to do that. You need a dishwashing machine. I have a dishwasher. I have one of those, and I have minions to empty it, and I just have to fill it. No, dishwashing is not a problem. I need to rearrange a playroom after seeing mine. Oh, now that's the other thing. I meant to have sent off a photo. God, I was meant to have done that yesterday. Part of a childminding panel for... See, I can't even remember the company now. For one of the... So this is really bad, isn't it? I can't even remember the company that I'm on the childminding panel for. But it's one of the nursery resources companies that sell you different resources. And I was meant to email them over a picture of my playroom and a little write-up to add into their magazine, I think it was. I need to do that. I need to do a to-do list, and I need to set aside certain Mondays and Fridays when I'm not working to do these things. Like, they'd literally take half an hour if I scheduled them in, but at the moment they're just not getting done. So I need to boot up the bum. So what is it you want to rearrange your playroom into after seeing my playroom? Yeah, I like the Montessori ethos too, and the Steiner, the kind of natural materials, the exploring. So you probably like my tray activities if you like the Montessori approach. I mean, it's not true Montessori, but it's a similar. I don't do anything by its true ethos, to be fair. I don't subscribe to one ethos. I like the idea of the tray activities because it's a focused activity, and I know exactly what I'm observing with each child. You better go mow your mum's grass. Oh, thanks for popping in, Kelly. And yes, I imagine by your mum's grass you're going to have to sit on a huge, great big mower. I would imagine. Because you guys have all got huge lawns out there. Anyway, have a good day. Yeah, so I don't subscribe to any particular ethos as such. I dip into a lot of different ones. And the tray activity is really good because I know exactly what it is I'm observing from each child doing that activity. So it just really focuses my mind. When I sit with the child and they're doing that activity, I'm going, right, this is what I'm looking for, and I can make notes straight away. And it's kind of like a no-brainer observation. I don't have to think too, like I already have key things in my head that I'm looking for. So it just focuses me a bit better. And it really focuses the kids as well. And because they chop and change so much, the different activities, it keeps them really fresh. And, you know, they gravitate towards them, and they'll spend ages, with them. And to start with, some of the kids, like if you have a new one, they come and they empty the bits on the floor, and they don't or they run off with pieces. And I just have to explain to them a few times that this is an activity and we keep it all together. And they're really good. Even the 2-year-olds are really good at keeping it all together. And little Aurora that I look after, she started with me when she was 2. She's now 3.5. But that girl is she's just brilliant. She'll sit and she works out, even before I've described what she has to do with most activities, she's worked it out. She knows what she's doing. Tidying up, yeah. I have a few at the moment that make a lot of noise, like, this needs picking up, and then there's not a lot of action. So they kind of look busy, but they're not doing an awful lot. I think one of the big key things is to make sure they don't get a lot out to start with. And that is one of the things I'm quite hot on, is I'm not one of these, I mean, we have a lot of free access to stuff, but I'm not one of these childminders that allows loads of stuff to be just pulled out and then stood on. And, if I've seen them move on to something else and the toy they were playing with before is not incorporated into whatever it is, they're not just adding to the current activity. If they've ditched it, then I decide, I said, well, let's put this away so you've got more space to play, kind of thing. I just have to be... Oh, my boy's back. Hello! Exactly, put stuff back before we go. Yeah, thing is, you've got to be really careful with that, because sometimes I ask them to put something away and then I realise they're actually extending their own play by adding something else to it, and I've not seen what it is they're doing. So I kind of have to stand back a bit first to make sure that what they're doing is not adding to their current play. How was the film?
Gory, too gory.
Too gory. Well,
over the top gory.
It was not really appropriate for you, was it?
It was funny though.
Was it not really appropriate for him?
No, it was just a highly polished turd.
Yeah.
Highly polished turd.
I liked it.
Right, my family are back now, so I'm going to go. Nightmares. Well, if he has nightmares, his dad's going to deal with it because his dad took him.
I don't get nightmares usually.
That's good. I'm going to say goodbye to these lovely people that I've been having a lovely chat to.
Bye-bye.
We were just chatting child-minding tray activities.
You've been live for 2 hours.
I have. I was going after an hour. That's Kenzie. This is Kenzie.
Hello. Brendan's at a friend's house.
Yeah, he is. He's at a party.
I bet you're not looking forward to that. You're driving.
Oh, driving back to him at midnight. Radio. So I'm going to go now and spend some time with my lovely men. Because you're a big boy now, aren't you? You're going to go and get in the bath and go to bed. Huh? What's the time? Is it late?
10.
Oh, no, sorry. You can stay up for half an hour. Okay. Right, good night, lovely people. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the chit-chat. And I'll see you all soon.